And we are into picks and bans.
Oh, okay. That was a long bathroom break.
It really,
Someone
really
ate a bad
was.
hot dog.
But straight off the bat, Zinzao has been banned. Nobody's surprised by that.
No, Zinzao and Volibear straight off to ban, two very strong champions that we've seen a lot of play in the current state of the game. Elise, however, is the first time we've seen her picked or banned all tournament.
On stream.
On stream, sorry, yes, on stream.
Let's keep
That's true. Which is interesting. She's so strong.
And I've been proven completely wrong because Gambit are actually going to take Caitlyn away. And once again,
Another misfortune.
taking misfortune away. They really don't want to deal with the bullet time.
It doesn't really surprise me, to be completely honest. I mean, Curse of the Sad Bullet Time, that's the thing everyone knew about. That was a big part of the metagame for a long while. Something that the Koreans and stuff put up with to start with. Nothing has changed in Misfortune since then. Simply the fact that people have figured it out, learned to play against it. She, however, is still incredibly strong, even without that global CC to play with it, even without the Amumu and the Zyras that we use. Just her ultimate and her lane presence, she's very strong in those early levels, gets a little bit ahead. Ultimates across everyone, as they could clean up the team fight later on. So she's still very much ban-worthy and one of Genja's favourite champions.
Look at
that's one way to avoid banning Kha'Zix, but still taking it away from
And this is what I say,
but it
quickly
leaves
run
that
through.
open.
Yeah, Thresh and Shen
that's
were
open.
available. Elise, Caitlyn, Kayle banned for Gambit. Zinzao, Volibear, Misfortune removed. So, you know, Shen most likely going to be played by Darien in the top lane. Thresh by the Thresh Prince, Edward most likely in the bottom lane. But there's still so many options available. Ryze is still there for selection, and we know Alex likes to play Ryze. Will he use it as the counter to Kha'Zix?
He's got a couple of options. I do want to say, if you haven't already put a tweet out with your favourite moment of the series so far, the circuit so far, wait till the end of this game. Edward might give you something else to go with.
It's very
Might
true.
just happen.
Very,
That guy,
very true.
I don't know how he does half the things he does with that champion, but he makes it work. We've already seen one Thresh v Sona game. Are we about to see another one?
I don't think so. I don't think Thresh does particularly well against Sona in the same regard that Blitzcrank is a very good counter to Sona. Once you hook her, you can instantly pick up a kill on Sona. Very low HP, very low resistances, and it's one of those things where if you see somebody going Sona early, you can respond with the Blitzcrank. I would be surprised if you did go that route. Lulu seems a little smarter to me. Glitter Lance, you've got the movement shield, you've also got a movement speed increase and the damage shield to try and help you. But Jarvan was locked in.
Yeah, this is our first Jarvan. It's going to be in the jungle. He's got that armor buff and the attack speed buff, of course, that comes from his E. He's got a big knock-up. He's got a great initiate, the fact that you can EQ long range or even flash EQ ultimate. You can travel so far up a lane and catch people out of position doing just that. Completely changes the way a team fight works. But because he's been picked so early on, Gambit can now kind of focus their picks around getting out of that. People with leaps, a Nidalee perhaps, or Ezreal with his arcane shift, or Tristana with her leap could get straight out of that too and would actually work quite well against him. But we'll see what they decide to go with. There is what I suspect will be Diamond Jungler, and I mean Alex is hovering over it, but I suspect that's going to get locked straight in.
And it's something that we've been seeing. You know, he's been using it time and time again. He's comfortable with it. If we see Kog'Maw get locked in, it's Genja going back to his roots. I mean, he was so well known.
Ballsy.
It's very brave. We've seen, I think, SK trying it, if I recall correctly, a Genja against a Kog'Maw against a Jarvan and a Kha'Zix who's going to be diving on you.
You know, we were just talking about
The
like,
one thing-
picking chances,
Yeah.
champions with leap, and he picks an 80 with no escape.
The one thing he does have for him here is Thresh. Oh, he's stuck in there with Jarvan. So now there's a lantern in there. Now Kog'Maw's not in there anymore. He's
Yeah,
stuck.
that is true.
And Jarvan's stuck in there, and Kha'Zix probably lipped in there. So, okay, these guys can cancel these abilities, and he can cancel that Jarvan ult very quickly. But in this kind of level of play, half a second that Kog'Maw is out, and you know, it's going to be a big difference. That's an extra auto attack once he's stuck getting his speed up, and he's up at like 1.9 attacks a second. Half a second means 2 more attacks.
And Tristana probably getting locked in again. So I see a massive smile on Jarrett's face as well. So we'll see if that does actually decide to be the final route. I think it's a very brave move from Gambit because of the fact that they're going to be so reliant on that dark passage, the lantern from Thresh as the safety escape. If this Nidalee gets locked in, I'm trying to think back. When was the last time we seen Alex play Nidalee? You see,
Quite a while. He's
that's
not a
my
name
thing.
that comes to mind.
Yeah, it's not
There's a big
something
grin, by the way, on Joe's face.
It's not
at the
something
Sims
that
pick as well.
I tend to see all too often. So we'll see if it does actually get locked in. I can understand the thinking as well. Zed is somebody that he played, last weekend and could do very well. It's going to be a very scary mid lane. The amount of burst that can come down is terrifying.
As I say, Nidalee Kog'Maw, a lot of powerful poke in that. Ziggs, Kog'Maw, powerful poke, and not even going to go near you now, Edward.
He's just
Edward's
trolling us
trolling.
now. Yeah.
Stop it. But, I mean, they've got a very tanky top 3 picks there. Thresh, Nasus and Shen. That is very powerful, very, very tanky. Going to be hard to get past those three. You can afford to have a slightly squishier mid lane or an assassin mid lane if he does stick with Zed. So you're going to have Kog'Maw at the back. Those three are going to be taking him. You then got that squishy assassin diving in, trying to take down Tristana. And then with a perfect timed ultimate from here, doesn't matter if she tries to leap away, Zed's going to follow.
This is a pretty good protect the Kog'Maw composition as well. If anybody gets very, very close by, you can use those Z clones to apply a slow. You've got the amount of protection that Thresh is going to offer you, Stand United, and Wither from Nasus. At max rank, it's around about a 6-second cooldown. So as soon as somebody tries to dive in there, Kha'Zix just Wither it. If Tristana tries to jump in, well, Zed's going to dive on top of her, you know, and blow her up. So it's going to be an interesting team fight from both of these teams. And I think individually, one person making the right move at the right time, like a good Cataclysm or, you know, a good taunt from Darien Shen is going to change the tide of these fights.
We're going to see Gambit do Gambit. They're going to have Diamond Procs, Darien, Edward sitting on Genja, keeping him alive, letting him do ridiculous damage. Alex then is going to go on his own, in onto Tristana or in onto Lulu, or just someone that's squishy, someone that's easy target, and assassinate them quickly. While that's going on, obviously Blaze are going to be looking to try and take down Kog'Maw. He's going to take them all low while it happens. Once Alex has come out of his initial burst, once he's got rid of that ultimate, killed that first squishy target, he's then going to go around and mop up the rest of them, in theory.
Well, we're about to find out because the game is loading. I'm ready. Everyone at home is ready. The casters are ready. They're looking at me saying, what are you doing? Throw it to me, man! We're going over to Lee, D-Man Smith, and Joe Miller. Have fun. Can't wait.
We are ready. We are been chomping at the bit to get this one underway, Demon. Two amazing teams in the form of CJ Entus, Blaze, and Gambit. I just don't know which way to really call this one. We've tried to figure this one out in the picks between us, but I think we've just settled on the fact it's going to be a good one.
Well, the last time they met was, of course, Intel Extreme Masters Katowice Grand Finals, and Gambit came out on top 2-0 in that game. And, you know, then picks and bans came out the moment Kha'Zix got selected. Diamond Procs was grinning ear to ear. He was very much happy. Remember, Darien is currently 100% win rate on Shen in the League of Legends Championship Series. Diamond Procs, 100% win rate on Nasus. Edward, 100% win rate on Thresh. So this, in terms of picks and bans, has worked out very well for Gambit Gaming. But CJ Entus have pretty much got all their champions as well. So how is this going to level out? We are going to see Diamond Procs getting poked straight away by that Stand United. Can he get a clean out? Yes, he can, because he has an attack reset, and that's a ward gone down.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I mean, a great start, obviously, from him. I mean, it's 25 gold, but at the end of the day, it's more than that. It's the vision that they've just put down in that position. So that's a nice little kickoff for Gambit. But level 1 action, not sure if we can expect anything here. And as I say that, we can see that CJ Blaze just sticking down a ward in the tri-bush there as well, an area of the map which Crepo said to us, that's pretty an unused area of the map that probably needs to be focused on more. Both teams have a ward in it in this one, and all I can really say is that I hope this game is going to be off the hook.
Off the hook, indeed. Maybe blow your socks off.
Might blow my socks off.
Might blow your socks off. Of course, I did just call, for some reason, Dimash Standard and United. Wasn't quite sure. Darien doesn't quite have level 6 yet, so we are seeing the junglers starting out, and it's looking like the Wolves are going to go across the Diamond Procs, and the Golems are the top lane, so we're going to have the lane switching around straight away, Edward and Genja. I wasn't 100% convinced by that Kog'Maw pick, but, you know, this is Genja, this is Gambit, they must have something up their sleeve, so we'll see how it goes. As they mentioned, with that lamp in there for Edward, you do have an escape mechanism without the flash, which actually he has taken this time around, flash and ghost, so double escapes. Normally it's cleanse and ghost for Genja, so he's changed it up purposely for the fact that Cataclysm could be coming onto his head, as will the flip, as could the leap in ambition, which we see right now on Alex Ich, and putting a heck of a lot of damage down on him straight away. Now, last time Alex Ich as Zed came up against Kha'Zix was Shushay, of course, and he pretty much demolished him. We do see ambition already with that Fortitude Potion though running, so he's only got a limited time span before that is going to work out for him. So Alex Ich already pressuring him in this mid lane.
Yeah, already good stuff done. We see their ambition diving in once again, this time with the ignite down. Alex forced to flash there. He's going to survive the ignite, but that's going to send him back off. Meanwhile, down in the bottom there, Darien just having to shadow dash his way to safety over the top of that wall. So a lively kickoff to this one. No kills, of course, just yet. But this is where the big difference is going to come in. Diamond procs on the dog, especially if he can get in there with the lantern as well, as we are going to see Helios coming around the side. Where are they going to go with this one? Diamond still putting the pressure down. Alex not really healthy enough to get involved here, and there's the ghost use by Diamond.
Well, I wasn't sure. Diamond was ready and waiting for that one, but as it was, they immediately responded. But Edward had come down to try and help out. The pressure's still on that mid lane. Edward now coming around the backside. Dimashius standard shows him up, but the invade is on, and they're going to try and take the wolves away.
The invade is
Who let the
indeed
dog
on.
out? I got to get it out there.
Jason did it last week. It was much funnier when
Here
you
we
said
go.
it, Demon.
They're going in for
We
Flame
are
here.
going to see them coming on to Flame now on this top lane, but can they lock him down here? He's actually going to go already ignited down
the
to
hook
half
miss.
HP. The hook misses, and there is the ghost popped to run to safety.
Yeah, if that hook would have landed, that would have been first blood. As it was, they managed to escape the danger. So the three-man dive on the top turret, 4 minutes gone. And Gambit not going to keep the pressure on it. Instead, they're going to prefer to just hold it off. They realise the jungler is going to respond to this one. You can see Helios meanwhile in that top lane as it is down the bottom here. Captain Jack and Lustboy keeping the pressure on towards Darian. Darian with 12 CS though, so he is ahead of his counterpart Flame, who's struggling out in that top lane. We do see Flame though farming between the lanes, teleporting into this bottom lane, and the troll is on.
Yeah, I really liked his build in that last game. As a very much Troll Singe player myself, that Twin Shadow is going to have to go into my build in there as well. As we are seeing now Gambit pushing this top lane out. They've done a lot of damage to this top turret. Should be able to get rid of it with this wave that's coming in there as well, as we see 3 men still from Blaze in that bottom lane. Darian knows that he can't get caught out there. And there is the first turret of the game going down as we see the Shadow dash away from Flame.
And there's the second turret, because it's a 1-for-1. Top and bottom both trading out between them, and Gambit keeping the pressure on that top lane. Obviously to get him free farming here as well, remember, whereas Helios, Flame, was farming out a bit. Alexic with the Fortitude Potion running is looking to try and create something here. We also see Diamond Procs making his way down. They are going down towards the bottom. Possible early Dragon maybe going to come out. They've warded it out. Are they going to go for an invade? No, they're just going to continue on the farm. So trading 1-for-1. Bottom lane, meanwhile, we do see Dimashius Standard and Dragon Strike.
Wow, Genja having to flash there again. And so there's a lot of summoner spells down at this point, which could turn things a little bit interesting as we move in. Obviously 5.5 minutes down, 1-to-1 in turrets, no kills as of yet. Gambit with a 500-600 gold lead at this point. Flame being forced to do his golems as we see Ambition again jumping in toward Alexic. Not quite got the damage at this stage of the game. Let's have a look at the items that we're seeing. And actually forget that, because we are going to see Edward moving in.
Well, the Thresh Prince is coming across there, throws out the hook. It is very delayed, and Ambition very much aware of that one and hooks and dodges around it. Ward gets thrown down by Darian, picks up the souls and goes about his merry way back down towards that bottom lane. Flame continuing to split farm, and that's something they need to be aware of. Of course, Darian with a CS advantage over him currently, only going to last so long. And Edward throwing out the saying, I'll have some of them souls if you don't mind, Helios.
Oh, why not? That's the more you do stuff like that, the stronger you're going to get at the end of the day. This Lustboy is actually down in the bottom days. Well, they're going to try and get in on towards Alexic.
Oh, he knew he was in the bush.
Slow out of that.
Comes straight in and lashed him. And he's in trouble here, but dodges out very nicely from the Dragon Strike, and Edward just walks away like a boss.
No problem whatsoever. Walking away with that Thresh, which I'm sure he's happy once again to be getting his hands on. In terms of build, we're seeing again that Avarice Blade pickup coming out of Genja, which we've been seeing him fairly regularly coming in with into the LCS. Actually, it seemed to happen overnight that trend was set for the AD carries. But look at this. Gambit started off on the Dragon, as we are going to see a ward put down. Lustboy and Helios going to be spotted with that one. Right now, it's only Edward and Diamond that are around there. Alex coming in. There's a flash away from Lustboy, away from the hook. Actually, Flame going very low in this one. He's burning from the ignite. It will go down, but it wasn't the first blood. That came in onto Diamond Procs from Ambition, and there is another one for him. Double kill for Kha'Zix. Flashes away from the Cockmore ulti. Can they get any more from this one? They get the hook on Helios, but can they react to it fast enough? Just about pulling him back there. Flash comes in over the wall, and that won't be enough for that.
Great reactions there from CJ Entus Blaze. But we didn't see Darian using his stand united. He didn't come down and join that fight, which does surprise me because it was available, could have come down, turned the things around. Whether that was miscommunication or whether they just wanted to leave him farming, they thought they could turn the fight as it was, I don't know, but seemed a misjudgment there from Gambit.
I see Lantern thrown out, and you never quite know what Thresher's going to throw your way, so you always got to be on your toes. Never staying stationary. Well, that is going to be Edward heading home. So obviously 2 kills going in for Ambition on Kazakh. It's actually giving him a Brutalizer Doran's Blade boots here as well. See that Gambit actually reacting by pretty much everyone picking up boots of their own. And here we see Diamond with Genja inside of their blue buff. They're going to be taking that one away. There is that in the top lane once again. Flame and Darian basically bashing faces. Flame just running in, flipping him over a couple of times. We are going to see Lustboy coming around. Can they get the slow down? No, we can't. Darian going to flash away. Another summoner used.
Another flash used. Lots of flashes back and forward, but Gambit are returning once again. They realise there's 2 members on that top lane. They're going to try and pull that dragon out again. Diamond Prox gets in there, leashes it out. He's going to put the damage down with that Spirit Fire. Should be enough. You see now again Helios coming up, throwing that Demacia standing in there to get a glimpse, but Genja's landing it. Stand United is available, remember. They're going to try and leash out this dragon. They're going to see if they can hook something out. Edward throws it out. He catches on towards Ambition. Dragon goes down. He's going to have to leap away, but Alex is back on him. The rest of the team turn around. Demacia standing comes in. Alex is taken very low. Stand United was coming in, but it didn't come in quick enough. Ambition goes down. It's a 2-for-1. Stand United, where is he? He's gone around the bottom there. They're chasing down the bottom. Meanwhile, we're following here. Diamond Prox on towards Captain Jack. He's going to get towards the turret, and you can see Flame has managed to escape as well. It was a 2-for-1 this time for Gambit as well as the dragon.
Caroline not looking down the bottom because everyone knows why look at the bottom. You just don't chase Cinch. And Gambit didn't chase him in the end. They turned around, just completely backed away from that one. But that leaves us at 3-3. But that dragon really separating these 2 teams out. We're tied in turrets as well as Edward and Diamond continue to put the pressure down. They've managed to pull in Captain Jack. He will just jump away though.
Well, he just managed to survive through that one. Spirit Fire thrown down, Anna with that. But CS advantage is with Captain Jack. He's managed to pull 20 CS over Genja while this has all been happening. As there are differences, there's a huge difference for Ambition versus Alex H. He's obviously got 3-1 in terms of kills. Got that Brutalizer in early, got those double kills by the Dragon, but he's also 10 CS up. So gold advantage very much in favour of Ambition currently. Of course, Darian, he did pick up the kill, managed to take down Ambition with those 3 kills, so he got a nice chunk of bonus gold on it, and you can see he's around about 600 gold ahead of his Flame, which is a big difference because it's all about that split push when it comes down to it, and as it stands, Darian's slightly got the advantage.
Yep, got in that Giant's Belt now with the Ruby Crystal. Still got that Red Elixir as well. Warmog's almost done. So yeah, Warmog's is almost done for him. Catalyst is the choice for Sin, so he's going to be headed up to that Rod of Ages again. We are seeing a bit of pressure down on this middle turret. Edward and Alex, the 2 men there to defend, but they're up against 4. It was on its way towards Captain Jack there, and just jumps away from that one. Alex can't back away now. They have to stay and hold this turret.
Well, while this is happening, of course, Genja's farming out the side lane. He's got that Avarice Blade, but we do see Ambition heading his way. Is he going to be trying to catch him out there? Genja does have flash available, and goes to his very maneuverable, and now Diamond's here with that Spirit Fire. He should be able to clear out these waves quite easily. Flame getting flinging Darian around there, and actually with his ultimate running, it's pretty low on mana, but Darian should be able to hold this one out here. We do have... Looks like Diamond going to be making his way up there. No, they're just going to continue farming out there. So Darian actually starting to struggle to farm out there, and the lamp being used to pull Diamond back in from the Wraiths.
A light at the end of the tunnel, you may call it, Demon.
Oh my
Should have saved that one for a better moment, actually.
Save that one for later.
But that's mine now. I've coined that phrase, so hands off all you others out there. So, where are we at? Bit of a quieter period, as you said. Top lane, they're just farming around Singed, just being his general annoying
the
self.
distance here, right, there was a 20 CS difference.
Yeah,
it's
they brought
already
it right
down
back
to 10 because they've been trying to siege this middle turret, and Genja's just happily been farming that bottom lane the whole time.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Get that Cogmore to, well, Cogmore.
Late game farm.
Late game farm.
Yeah,
That's, Cogmore paradise is where I was trying to go with that one.
Basically,
a
Gangster's Paradise, Genja's Paradise.
Genja's Paradise.
Not quite
I'm
sure
not
on
going to
that
sing, so you're safe with that one at least for now. As Darren here finally going to have a bit of time on his own in that top lane, but Genja continues to farm here. He is still 12 CS behind, but that will certainly be catching up in the near future. What other items do we have here then? Brutalizer for Zed, also in there with that pickaxe, got a long sword as well. The AD carries both got themselves a BF sword, as we are going to see them going.
They're going to go for it. Diamond Proxy, is he going to fling something out? Any wither on anyone? Put the wither down on Ambition, but they didn't follow it through. The hook did not land. It seems to be, if Ed couldn't land that hook, they will follow it through as it stands. Doesn't go down, they don't go for it.
Yeah, that wither obviously gets stronger as it goes along, which is maybe not the most perfect initiation for them, but certainly is going to help them to get in there and secure the hook landing, let's call it, for Edward. As they continue to push here. Now we've got Flame back up in that top lane. He's going to be adding to his score. Has actually leveled things up now with Shen, and this is one thing that's going to force him out of lane, is that Cogmore. But again, you just can't chase too far, otherwise that poison at this point will still hurt you.
If Captain Jack jumps and they get hooked in, does he mean he's off the hook?
It means he's jumped the hook a bit.
Oh dear. Oh no. Should have just left it. Should have left it.
Should have left it.
Yep. Yeah. So you can see CJ Entus plays definitely in a different game here. They are 2,000 gold behind. Of course, the average blade helping out. And Genja's keeping up, I feel. They're both 0-0-1 these AD carries, but the fact is, you can see with that average blade, he has a 200 gold lead. So it's helping out so far, picking up the average blade to start with. This middle turret very, very low, and you can see the wither straight away. Alex Siege taking a hell of a lot of damage there. Captain Jack really putting the damage down. That mid lane turret's going to go any second now.
Yeah, really nicely done there from Captain Jack.
Can he get
going to
baited?
stay forward. Yeah, that's the thing that he has to be really careful of there. The hook and the wither coming out there.
Why does he not wither and then hook him? I don't understand why they're throwing it both out, not quite syncing up right now.
Whether the wither be hook. After the hook, or before or after the hook. I don't know. I don't know what the best combo is. Yeah, we are going to see him going down towards Genja. He's going to get knocked up from this one. Cataclysm goes down. Flash and Ghost used there by Genja. He's like, I'm getting out of this one and fast. At the same time, we are seeing Diamond push down onto Lustboy in the bottom. We are going to see Flame just fling him over the side, and they're chasing Singed, and, well, they don't chase for long.
Well, they don't manage to catch onto it, and while this is all happening, Alex is just happily just picking up the blue buff. As it was, we also saw Edward holding the lane against Captain Jack. He lost the turret, but he's still quite happily farming out that lane. So he's starting to pick up a little bit of farm for himself there, while Genja was farming out the top. But the gold advantage just dissipated because CJ Entus Blaze picked up 2 turrets, top and middle. Again, big game in. They are going to stretch back in the lead a little bit as this Dragon gets picked up, but it's all about taking down turrets, and CJ Entus Blaze are sieging out the top one now. Darian's coming in, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold it.
Well, they've got Dragon here, and that's going to put them 1,600, 1,500 gold into the lead. Darian managing to hold on to that top lane. Now Flame might end up getting caught out here as he comes in slow, comes down from Cogmore. He's going to be running the opposite way. He's going to try and teleport out of this one, but they're going to finish him off just in time.
Wow, they had to get the burst of damage because he was gone. That does mean teleport is also wasted. We do see Edward now in trouble. He's getting caught out by Captain Jack, and they're going to keep pressuring this top lane. They do have 2 in there. We have a 4th member of CJ Entus Blaze on the way up, but Diamond Props is making his way up. He should be able to prevent them and just holds them off a little bit longer. CJ Entus Blaze, though, they're keeping the map advantage. They are still 2k down in gold. But honestly, Gambit are starting to lose every little bit of their towers. Alex Itch trying to work this bottom turret down. He should be able to get it. There's no teleports. Nobody's going to come in there. So that will be a turret for Gambit.
Yep, nicely done. Red buff being given over to Diamond here on the top side as well. He's just going to go about his jungle path, as that turret will finally go down. And that leaves us with just a 1 turret difference. Still in favor of Blaze. And we saw in their earlier game against GrA IEM that they have a very rigid plan here. They're definitely not taking too many risks, and I think we're going to see a similar thing from them this time around.
Well, the farming is starting to stretch out from Captain Jack here. Now he's got that explosive shot high, his damage is higher, his levels are higher. Infinity Edge is almost complete, as it is for Genja, by the way. It's going to be interesting to see who can poke the worst, because they've both got really long range come late game. But CJ Entus plays, starting to push it towards the middle, on towards Alex Hitch. Cataclysm comes down. He's going to be very tricky to pin down. Throws out the lamp. Stan United comes out. Helios gets away with very low health. Ambition caught out. Stan United, very long distance, but he is going to be able to escape there with no mana left. Oh, Helios should get caught out. He's going to be dodging out there. One more shot from Genja. Now they're going to push it towards the middle turret. It's a 5-man Gambit gaming, going straight down the mid.
Yeah, Helios going to be annoyed with himself there as well, because he managed to dodge the ultimate and then just walk kind of back in towards auto attack range on this one. And Gambit are, in fact, walking their way towards Baron. There's no vision of the Baron area itself from Blaze, and this could well go down before they can do anything about it. It's going down very, very quickly as well. We are going to see Lulu and Tristana coming in to try to stop this one off, which Gambit may just peel if they can get the perfect initiation onto them. In the end, they do finish off the Baron. Don't lose any men, and we'll back away into the lane. Will they even be able to catch onto Lustboy here? There is the Ghost. Brilliant. Glitterlance going down. Wither goes onto Flame, but they're not going to be able to pull him off yet.
Great slow there. Great Glitterlance. They might be able to siege down this turret, though. You can see there's only 3 members of CJ Entus Blaze here, and they are going to force them away. Alex Hitch goes aggressive. He pops Captain Jack where he stands. Good Lord.
Yeah, he kind of died fast there, didn't he? It's just like,
they're going to go straight through. They're all towards the inner now. And, Ambition had already gone back to base. They're going to get it. This is another turret picked up. And suddenly they have a 4-3 turret advantage. They're continuing forward. They know Captain Jack is not there to hold them at bay. They're pressuring on towards the inhibitor turret. The hook lands on towards Helios. Helios gets burned down. He gets dropped by Edwin. And now Flame, he can't even tank through it. Genja has so much damage. Throws out the hook again. They're going to tank through this turret. Diamond Proc's taking the damage. They take the inhibitor turret down, and the inhibitor now in all sorts of trouble. Lustboy's got to be careful. The hook being flung out towards Ambition. Ambition wants to catch something from side, but it's not going to happen, and Gambit game and take a huge advantage, but they're going to flash bridge out.
Yeah, flash in there, but can they chase in here? The Wither on towards Flame. That's really going to slow him down. Boxer's totally going to stop him in his tracks, but Ambition not finished just yet. They've managed to hook on into him. Here we go. Wild Growth comes down, but Ambition gets destroyed. Can they catch him now on towards Lustboy? Flame going to try and head them off with a poison, but Gambit don't care. Lustboy going to fall, and it's Genja that will pick up that one. And that was another brilliant turnaround from Gambit. I think Blaze going a little bit too confident at the wrong time. I mean, they've got Baron on after all.
Well, that's what you've got to try and do, but you've got to realise just the burst potential that Alex Hitch has right now. Once you get to those higher levels, once that second ultimate level builds up, he's going to be bursting down, and we saw it with Captain Jack. He just disappeared instantaneously by the turret, so wow, what a turnaround from Gambit Gaming. Just one simple catch, and they go and pick up Baron and plow through CJ Entus Blaze, who honestly look to be slightly in control of the map, and suddenly they are way behind. The gold advantage, look at the swing. Look at that swing. It was 2,000 gold to Gambit, now it's 9,000.
And what is wrong with Gambit? It's group stage. They're not supposed to be playing well
they don't
today.
Win in group stage. They just scrape through on times.
That's what they do. And obviously, every single Intel Extreme Masters event that Gambit, or previously Moscow 5, have ever attended, they've won. Every single one of them. I think they've dropped something like 4 games of the entire Intel Extreme Masters events that they've ever attended. Bearing in mind, they are last year's world champions.
And it's worth saying that at last year's world championship, they didn't lose a single game. They went 9-0. They're going to have to go 11-0, I believe it is, with a best of 5, but we do see Darian pushing Ambition back here. Darian is a monster right now. He's got the warm-ups, he's got the Sunfire Cape, he is a split-pushing beast. And I'll tell you what, Flame is going to have issues trying to deal with him. Genja also, with the Infinity Edge, the Zeal completed, he is going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage towards anyone that comes near him. And it is going to be the hook on towards Flame, and you can see that damage. He is just getting burnt down. There's nothing he can do. And Genja picks up the kill.
Yeah, and we're not finished here. Darian going in on towards Ambition in this top lane, and Ambition having to jump away, and rightly so, because Gambit are going to be pushing for this inner turret on the bottom lane. lane. Top lane going to suffer the same fate. It's not, you can't really do much about it because Shen's going to draw one away. Then he's going to stand united into the rest of the team, and then it'll be a 5 versus 4 in this bottom lane. Obviously, when Singe comes in, it could even end up being a 5 versus 3 at this case. But Gambit are keeping pushing on here. They want this inhibitor as well as they go in there. Where's Alex going to go? Actually, has to back away from that one. The slow coming down from Kog'Maw, taking a bit of damage. They get the hook in. Cataclysm going to land on towards Diamond, but Genja going absolutely deep there, managing the 1 kill. Wild Growth put down by Lustpoint himself. The box will slow them all down. Alex Hitch going very low, will finally die in this one as Flame is now running right through the middle of him. Low HP, Wither comes down. Surely he's a dead man. Gets the 1 fling. Here is Edward just to whip him on the backside to get the kill. He's now on a rampage at 408, and Gambit are going to push straight through to the Nexus.
And why not? They have the damage. You can see Ambition. He can see a quadra kill in front of his eyes, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Gambit Gaming are going to take victory here. He's going to leap for Genja and can't quite get him, and it's going to be the Nexus going down before he had chance. And there they are. You can see, you saw the grin on Diamond's face at the start of the game, and that is why. What do you ban against Gambit? CJ Entus Blaze, they didn't have it figured out this game. It was a fantastic performance for the Intel Extreme Masters World Champions.